Welcome to Dracula Daily for our 26th installment, July 8th. And we are back with Renfield, but more importantly, we are back with Dr. Seward and his gramophone diary. And I have fallen down a rabbit hole. There is a method in his madness, and the rudimentary idea in my mind is growing. It will be a whole idea soon, and then, unconscious cerebration. Now, I was going to talk about the next line where he talks about giving the wall, but I decided to look up unconscious cerebration. I thought that it just meant, in an early form, the unconscious mind, the subconscious, which hadn't really been named yet in this period. Psychology is a new science, but it's more than that. Because...
Wait. I need to circle back for a second, because indeed, while I leave you in suspense about unconscious cerebration, I do need to talk about giving the wall. Because to give the wall is a sign of deference. Seward is saying that his unconscious cerebration must give way, must give the wall to his conscious mind, to unconscious cerebration's conscious brother. But what does that mean? Well, to give the wall means to defer to someone. Literally, if you are walking down a sidewalk and someone dumps a chamber pot out an upper window, if you are closer to the wall, the contents of the chamber pot is more likely to soar over your head and into the street. Whereas someone not at the wall is more likely to be soiled by the contents of the chamber pot. Not only that, but they are closer to the gutter, they are closer to the street, closer to danger. And so, to give deference to someone, you give them the wall. But deference is not necessarily an indicator of rank, because in this case, a gentleman gives deference to a lady. A gentleman must always give the wall to a lady, even though that gentleman ranks higher. He can survive better. He is more equipped to walk the more dangerous side of the street. Seward's unconscious cerebration must take a back seat to its more conscious brother, while Seward considers the ramifications of his interactions with Renfield. And so we again have this gendered language, the masculine cerebration giving way to the feminine conscious mind. But what is conscious cerebration? Well,
it is the scientific assumption that the unconscious mind exists separately from the physical brain, and therefore that your unconscious personality, that your unconscious cerebration itself might be immortal. At the same time that Renfield is conducting his experiments on capturing the life force of creatures from the lowest end of the scale, moving on upwards, Dr. Seward is doing the same thing. Dr. Seward is pursuing immortality. Renfield is pursuing immortality, and Dracula is pursuing immortality.